Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and stay tuned by clicking the bell icon. Bold and the Beautiful. Taylor's advice and Electra's harsh reality. Los Angeles shimmered under the early morning sun, its golden haze spilling across the Forrester estate. But inside, not everyone felt the warmth. In the quiet of the main house, Taylor Hayes sat across from her daughter, Steffi Forrester Finnegan, her expression etched with both concern and a mother's deep understanding. Steffi's eyes darted to the window where her children played in the yard, their laughter cutting through the silence. She smiled faintly, but it didn't reach her eyes. "I thought everything would settle after Sheila left town," she murmured. "But I can't shake this feeling, Mom. It's like something's brewing again." Taylor leaned forward, her tone gentle yet firm, the voice of both a mother and a seasoned psychiatrist. "Steffi, you've been through a lot. You and Finn have faced things most couples never dream of. It's natural to be cautious. But you can't let fear dictate your every move." Steffi sighed, her manicured fingers tracing invisible patterns on the table. "You're right. I know you are. But with Sheila, nothing ever feels over. I keep waiting for her next move." Taylor nodded. "You've always been a fighter, sweetheart. But even fighters need peace. You need to believe that you and Finn deserve happiness, and that it's okay to live in the moment." Before Steffi could reply, her phone buzzed on the table. The name flashing on the screen made her frown. Electra Hollis. "Excuse me, Mom," she said, answering quickly. "Hey, Steph." Electra's voice came through, sharp yet trembling. I need to talk. Do you have a minute?" "Of course. What's wrong?" There was a long pause before Electra finally whispered, "Everything." Later that day, Steffi found Electra sitting alone at Il Giardino's outdoor patio, sunglasses covering her eyes, a barely touched latte before her. She looked like someone trying too hard to appear composed. "Hey," Steffi said softly, sliding into the seat across from her. "You sounded upset." Electra let out a bitter laugh. "Upset doesn't even cover it. I just came from a meeting at Forrester International. They dropped me from the new campaign, something about brand alignment. Translation: I'm not polished enough for their image." Steffi's brows furrowed. "That doesn't sound right. You've worked hard to build your reputation." "I thought I had," Electra snapped, before taking a deep breath. "Sorry. It's just, every time I think I'm finally making it, the rug gets pulled out from under me. I can't help but wonder if I'm meant to keep fighting for a place that doesn't want me." Steffi reached across the table, her voice steady. "Don't say that. You're talented, and you have something those other models don't: authenticity. Sometimes that scares people." Electra looked up, eyes brimming with tears. "You sound like Taylor." Steffi smiled softly. "Funny you say that. She's the one who helps me through days like this. Maybe she could do the same for you." Electra hesitated, but the exhaustion in her voice gave her away. "I don't know if anyone can help me anymore. I'm starting to feel like I'm the problem." A few hours later, at Taylor's office, Electra found herself staring at a wall of serene paintings. Landscapes, oceans, skies. Peaceful things she couldn't relate to. Taylor entered with a calm smile. "Electra. I'm glad you came." Electra crossed her arms. "Steffi said you're good at this. I figured it couldn't hurt." Taylor took a seat opposite her. "You've had a rough day. Tell me what happened." Electra exhaled shakily. "They dropped me. Just like that. No warning. Said I don't fit the brand anymore. I've been pushing myself so hard. Changing my look, my attitude, even my friends, to fit in. And now it's like none of it mattered." Taylor nodded thoughtfully. "You feel like you've been molding yourself for everyone else, and you still ended up losing." "Exactly." There was a pause. Taylor leaned forward, her tone kind but direct. "Let me ask you something, Electra. Who are you when you're not trying to fit someone else's image?" Electra blinked, caught off guard. I don't know. I guess I've never really thought about that." "That's where the work starts," Taylor said gently. You've been chasing validation in an industry that thrives on perfection. But perfection doesn't exist. What's real, what lasts, is authenticity. And that starts with knowing yourself. Electra stared down at her trembling hands. But what if people don't like the real me? Taylor smiled softly. Then they're not your people. For a moment, the room was silent. The words hung between them, raw and undeniable. Later that night, Electra found herself walking along the beach near the Forrester Cliff House, the moon casting silver streaks over the waves. Steffi joined her, wrapping a shawl around her shoulders. "You look better," Steffi said. "I feel lighter," Electra admitted. "Taylor made me realize something. I've been so busy trying to be everyone's idea of perfect that I forgot what I actually want." Steffi nodded knowingly. "Been there. I used to chase the idea of the perfect family, the perfect marriage. But life has a way of showing you that perfection's an illusion." Electra smiled faintly. "So, what do I do now?" "You start over," Steffi said. "But this time, you do it for you." Electra gazed out at the ocean, the rhythmic crash of waves somehow soothing. "It's funny. I thought hitting rock bottom would destroy me. But maybe it's the only way to rebuild." "That's what my mom always says," Steffi replied. "Sometimes, the hardest truths lead to the best transformations." Electra turned to her, her eyes filled with new determination. "Then maybe this is my wake-up call." The next morning, Electra walked into Forrester Creations with her head high. Hope Logan and Ridge Forrester were in the conference room, mid-discussion. When Electra entered, both turned in surprise. "I know you've made your decision," Electra began, her voice steady, "but I wanted to say something before I go." Hope exchanged a curious glance with Ridge. "Of course. Go ahead. I understand if you think I'm not the right fit right now. But I'm done trying to be what people want me to be. From now on, I'm going to focus on being who I am. If that doesn't align with your brand, that's okay. But one day, I'll build something that does." Ridge leaned back, studying her. "You've got guts, I'll give you that." Hope smiled warmly. "And maybe you've got more to offer than we realized. Let's stay in touch, Electra. I have a feeling your story isn't finished here." Electra nodded, gratitude flickering across her face. "Thank you. I'll hold you to that." That evening, Taylor received a text from Steffi. "Mom, thank you. Electra's finding her strength again. You always know what to say." Taylor smiled to herself, looking out her window as the sunset painted the sky in soft orange hues. She whispered to the empty room, "We all just need someone to remind us who we are." And across town, Electra Hollis, once lost in her own reflection, looked into the mirror not with doubt, but with defiance. For the first time in a long while, she recognized the woman staring back. Her harsh reality had become her turning point. And in true Los Angeles fashion, she wasn't just surviving, she was ready to rise. If you like the video, don't forget to like, comment and share.